Hello.
Hi,
Hi, Brittany. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Okay, so I have
Uh,
a couple
so
questions.
before we get started, have you watched it? Have you just joined in, or did you watch it from the beginning?
No, I've been watching it from the beginning.
Uh,
Is my music too loud or can you hear me okay?
I mean, I can hear you. Okay. What do
Okay.
you got for me?
Okay, so I have a question. Are you what's your grading scale when you're actually grading the quality of vagina, I guess? Because you brought up the single mother thing, so I'm trying to figure out, is the quality of her vagina actually based off the quality of her sex or what she has to offer outside?
Well, that was a joke.
No, but I'm asking, just
Well, but I'm not going to lie and say that. I'm not going to lie and say that. Hey, the values are the same. Men have said they don't want to date women with other men. Single men don't want to date women with kids.
oh, excuse me, which I think is totally is we all have
So
our own.
by that logic, that means they value them less than women without children.
But when you ask how much is my vagina worth, that's what I'm asking you. So are you
Well,
saying
that
it's worth less if I do have children versus the quality of my actual sex? Like
oh
that's what
yeah, it is.
I'm about.
Yeah, it's worth less. It's worth less if you have kids because you've already pushed the person out of you. Yeah,
I
okay. Again, are you asking me because you? It seems like you're asking me a question to debate why I'm saying it.
no, I'm not trying to debate at all. I'm actually just
Men
trying.
will tell ask men will tell you that it's worth less to them.
Okay,
I
so
mean, it's no different than okay. Let's see. Let's take the. So, do you have a child?
yes, I do.
Okay, let's take the child away because it's too personal.
Well, no, I don't take it personally.
No, but let me give you my example. I'm doing it for a reason. It's no different than a man will rate a woman who's a virgin higher as far as worth than a woman who's been promiscuous, kid or not.
That I can understand that logic, but I
It's the
think
same logic.
speaking on is the quality of the actual sex itself is what I'm speaking on.
Okay, okay. I think you're talking about the sexual experience.
Right. So, but if I'm going to put a price on something, then I should technically be pricing it. But I
But that no, that I get where
right?
you're going, but no, most men are like most guys. A lot of guys don't even want to date you, deal with you. So you're saying that
I
well,
don't.
we really should change. You're trying to have a multivariate approach. Like, well, there's one thing to say a virgin versus a non-virgin, but we're also talking about how actual good overall. See, then that's on you as the seller to try to how you gonna rate how good your sex is.
But that's what I'm trying to understand. So I'm really just trying to understand, how do we gauge it as a woman when you say, hey, what's it worth? So what should I be necessarily factoring in to come up with this?
First off, it has a lot to do with the package that it comes in.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
It has a lot to do with the package that it comes in. What does it look like? Are you fit? The average woman, are you fit? Do you look good naked? Out of the shower, dripping wet. Your natural hair, your natural face, no makeup. That's the first thing. And if you pass that, then we have to go down to the actual maintenance of said vagina.
Right.
What does it look like? Does it look like undergrowth over there? Has it got a landing strip? What do we got? Brazilian? What we got going on over here? Then we got to understand what happens with the actual maintenance, meaning is the pH balance correct? Is there any kind of odor?
So do I get to still add all of those factors, even though, like you said, if you already are tampered with, then that deletes, I guess, whatever.
Well,
I'm
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, there's some men. You're asking about a single mother. There's some men who won't even.
no, not even just single mothers. I
Okay.
use that because, like, you asked me if I had kids, I said yes. So
Okay.
also went on to speak on, my hygiene and what else I have to offer and what
I'm
am I
not just talking about you. I'm just talking about in general. This is how men think. They look at the packaging. They
right.
look at the packaging, but then it's also all right. You can look nice, but then men look at a lot of things. But how do you know? You can't get to know all that. And initially, it's the external. It's the external.
So
And do you not? But do you deny, or do you not think that men rank women's vagina sex higher or lower?
no, I do think that they do, but I just don't know exactly what's being factor. Like you said, when you bring in, like you said earlier, if she has a degree, if she makes, a certain amount of money, I'm just trying to figure out how the grading scale works for men versus how women should even be.
All that stuff was joking. I mean, that's okay. When it comes down to it, it really has a lot to do with looks. It has a lot to do with looks. Because if she don't have to have a degree, if she could be on fries at McDonald's, she's fine enough.
Right. As long as she's fine and she's a virgin, it's okay if she works.
She's not even a virgin. The fact is, as long as she's not the neighborhood home, and they had nobody else's kids. If I don't have to see enough evidence that somebody else shot up a club, I'm good. But if I see evidence that somebody else has shot up the club, you talking about, well, I need to use a condom. I'm not going. Guys, men are very simple. We're cost benefit calculators, and we don't want to pay more than the other guy.
Gotcha.
So that's another thing. Your level, like it or not, ladies, for most men is your BD. Whoever you had a baby for, he got the premium. We're not gonna pay anywhere close to that, or we damn sure ain't gonna pay more than that.
I don't know, but
you don't know? Well, ask me. Ask.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's a lot of different factors to include, and I think it depends on the man as well. Just how you said, it's certain quality of women. I think it's a certain quality of men too that can actually, that can go lower or higher, just depending on where they are. Like, again, I'll use the bachelor's degree thing. If it's like what you consider a high value man, I'm sure his standard's going to be a little higher than a guy who doesn't have as much.
Well, the kind of men that most women want aren't going to go lower.
You said what now?
The kind of men that most women say they want isn't going to go lower. And we're also talking about dating versus keeping. See, I'm talking about just out the box. We're talking about many different things. Hooking up and having a casual sexual relationship with a single mother versus marrying one is completely different calculus. What I'm ultimately saying is, on the open market, how much does it cost? And that's the thing. You want to put a price on it. You got to put a price on it, and the thing is, here's what this does.
So you feel like
listen. This is what women have been doing. You have been hiding the price tag, just like when you go to the dealership, you look for the price on a car and it ain't there. Because why do they do that? Because they want the salesperson to have to come out and negotiate with you. Y'all want men to negotiate the price instead of just putting. That's why Saturn was so popular. Saturn put right on the window. We want Saturn.
Everybody's not.
Saturn. Hashtag Saturn in the chat room. Hashtag Saturn.
I don't know. I think I'm
going
to disagree with this one. I watch a lot of your content, but I'm going to agree to disagree with this one because I feel like by saying that, I think that kind of makes it appear that women aren't just having sex just because. Why can't I just have sex with a man because I'm sexually attracted to him without you necessarily thinking that depreciates my value because I'm not necessarily looking for, anything monetary.
Hold on. You asked the question, why can't you have sex with a man just because you want to and not necessarily look at it as devaluing you? Right.
Like, why can't,
I'll answer that question. It's a double standard. Women cannot have sex like men. You never have.
No. I don't want to have sex like men because I feel like just biologically how my body is made, I don't think women are supposed to have sex at the rate that men can. However, I do feel like it should be completely acceptable for me to say, hey, I want to have sex with this guy because I'm sexually attracted to him, not necessarily because I'm putting a dollar amount on it or I'm waiting 90 days or 3 days.
Okay, but hold on, man. But you can. You can. Right. You say, hold on, listen. You say you want to be able to have sex with this guy because you want to. And you're basically saying, I'm going to not make you pay the going rate that I would make this dude have to pay to take me out on 3, 4, 5, 6 dates. You can get it because I'm just sexually attracted. You, my friend, have to pay.
But you know what? I think that's completely different. Like, I don't see a woman.
Of course you do. You do. But the thing is, man, listen. Of course you do. You're a woman. And that's the problem. It's not what you think. It's what we think. I'm telling you. What you just said was perfect. Interesting. I just want to have sex with this guy because I'm physically attracted. You got to take me to Del Frisco. That's 2 different prices. No, flat rate pussy, Saturn, right on the window. I'm sorry, it's a joke, but it's something we all understand because what you're effectively doing is you want a guy who you're not necessarily wet for, attracted to off the rip. You want him to negotiate. That's why you don't want to tell the price, because you want to let them test drive and this and that. And you ever bought a new car?
Yes.
That's what you want. That's what you're doing to the dude that don't get you wet automatically. You trying to finesse the price. Got to put the undercarriage on there, and you got to put the Johnson package on. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, if we want to put the. By the time you walk out, that coochie then cost you 150% more. Versus a dude that walk in with the jawline, he comes in with 850 credit score, his own financing, and cash. He has a different buying experience.
He does that now,
and that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. He has a different buying experience, and guys are saying, "All right, cool. And if he has a different buying experience, you have a price discrimination on your coochie. Tell us the price." You cannot be an escort or a streetwalker talk about it's $40, and it's like, okay, $40. If you charge $400, you only gonna do 1/10 of the tricks, but everybody else is gonna be working. Men are going on strike. They're picking in the.
Okay,
It's funny, but do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm gonna disagree. I get what you're saying. I just don't really think that that's what it is. Like I just personally, and I'm gonna just leave it at this. I personally don't believe that a woman who is maybe making, this guy not wait, and then maybe this guy 3 or 4 dates, I don't think it's necessarily because it's a monetary thing or a dollar amount. But again, like you said earlier, it's the difference between if you're just looking for sex and you're actually looking for a relationship. Because unlike men, I think women can grow to become like attracted to a man. I think if a man doesn't want to sleep with you when he sees,
while you're doing that, man, see what you're missing is, while you're letting a man grow to become attractive, he's still spending money in soft dollars.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that like that's what you're looking to get out of it. Some people just kind of.
That's what see what you're missing. Okay, man, put your place in the men. Put yourself in the men's place. You're trying to tell me why it's okay, and I'm saying put yourself in the man's place. You're saying that I don't really see the difference in hooking up with this guy because I want to, and then making this guy date me. Yeah, it is, because one person's paying less than the other person. I don't see the problem in hitting it with him night one and then letting him grow on me. Well, for him to grow on you, he has to invest soft dollar time. It cost him more. How would you feel as a man if you had to pay more for something somebody got for less?
Just if you don't have that attraction, like I feel like either way, male or female, like that's just how this gonna work. Like you're gonna have to put in more time if that immediate sexual, I want to take your clothes off attraction isn't there like from jump. And I feel like that seldomly happens.
Now this is where the hard question about to come in. How's that working for women? Because women are the most unhappy you've ever been in recorded history. Marriage is down. And it ain't, what you talking about ain't working for y'all. And no offense, man.
Let it work.
It's not working because you're uncoupled, unmarried, children, and a lot of opinions, but no husbands and no happy relationships because you're not giving the men what they want. It's a market question. So, all right.
I don't know. Thanks for the dialogue.
All right, see, what there is, man, is women truly, truly have a hard time empathizing with men. And